Good morning. It is Monday morning here where I'm at, and I am just getting done. Actually, let me put this on pause here. I just remembered as I'm shooting this video, but I record my walk on my Apple Watch, and I'm walking. As you can see, the backdrop is this beautiful lake that I am walking around in Definiak Springs, Florida. Most of you, as of right now, the followers that I have, the subscribers, should I say, that's to this channel, you all know where Definiak Springs is at, right in the Florida Panhandle. All right, so as I was walking, I always usually, as the time that I have like the ideas that come to me about what type of content to do, and it's been a while since I've done a video. Honestly, mainly it's just because things will come to me and then I find some reason not to shoot the video, or I can't articulate exactly how that I want to do it. So I learned that it's not going to be perfection to begin with, right? And as I go along and get more comfortable, not that I'm not uncomfortable in front of the camera, but it's more about my way of how to articulate things. I can write things down better than I can to articulate them verbally, right? So anyways, to say all that, as I'm a minute and 30 into the video, what this video is going to be about is how you should start your day as far as eating, right? And let me preface this by saying everyone's going to be different. Not the sense of like what to eat, but you'll understand as I go more along into it. Okay, so we've always heard that you should eat breakfast because it speeds up your metabolism, or then we've heard about the intermittent fasting, right? Things like that. So this is going to be different for everyone. For women, and for men, obviously, but for men and women both. If you have any type of hormonal imbalances, if you're stressed, things like that, usually doing intermittent fasting is not going to be your way to go, because that in itself puts your body in a stress state. So if you are, if your adrenals are already fatigued, if you have a hormonal balance like, hyperthyroidism, any of those things, or, menopausal, premenopausal, all these things, right, it's probably it's going to put more stress on your body. Again, I don't want to say that as a blanket statement that that's going to be, a general thing for everyone, but that's usually the case. There again, what I say is it's a trial and error type thing, is that you have to figure out for your body, can you, I'm going to try a few days to see how my body feels with intermittent fasting. How does it respond? And, giving it at least, maybe 2-3 days to figure it out. Sometimes you can even figure it out on the first day, but usually that's more of a mental thing if you just do it one day and you already kind of give up and you see it's not working. But usually by 3 days, I would say you can kind of figure out that, okay, my body's not responding. So how do you know if your body's responding to the intermittent fasting, or, whether eating breakfast is the right thing? It's going to be your energy levels, right? So if you're waiting to eat because that's what you've been told and you are hungry, and you're just waiting because you've heard that intermittent fasting is the way to go, don't do the intermittent fasting. Eat. Your body is screaming for nutrients and for some minerals and for some energy, right? Because we got to look at it this way. Food is our fuel. We got to look at food being what we eat. We need food for fuel. It shouldn't be some type of coping mechanism. It shouldn't be a social mechanism, a social tool. We want to do these things. We want to eat because we're at parties, or we're at a social event, or we're with friends at a dinner, things like that. Now, I'm not saying to never do that. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But these are usually reasons of why we eat, right? If you can look at it differently, as that you're eating as a way of nourishing your body, as a way of providing it with some fuel for energy, then it completely shifts the way that you, how you look at food, how you look at what you're going to eat, right? So anyways, if you're hungry, go ahead and eat, right? If you're the type of person who says, I wake up, I'm not really hungry, but I've always heard that I have to eat breakfast, this and that or whatever, right? So I better force myself to eat breakfast. Don't do that either, right? If you're feeling just fine and you don't feel fatigued and tired, and you can go to 11 a.m., 12 p.m., even 1 p.m. to have your first meal, then do that. And if you still feel completely fine and energetic, then do it. And another thing too, what I tell clients is to get away from the labels and the terms of how we label our foods, right? Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I try to tell my clients is label it as meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, and then if you have snacks in between or whatever. Preferably you want to give your body at least, at the very minimum, 3 hours to digest all that food. So again, sticking to the subject of this video, so I'm not going off on anything else, is so meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. Remember, the first one, they call it breakfast, break fast. So that's how you want to look at it. You're breaking your fast, which means the fast that you had while you slept. So whatever time it was that you ate dinner, whether it be 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m., preferably you're not eating past 7 p.m. And then you have that fasting window from 7 p.m. until whatever time, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., or like I said, 11, 12, 1 p.m., that's your meal number 1. So whatever meal it is that you are breaking your fast with, it is going to be important. Now, if you're eating in the morning, you want your meal to be something of, if you're a meat eater or animal, you eat animal products, then you can do eggs, right? Pasture raised eggs, okay? That is it. That's the only eggs you should be eating, pasture raised. If you need to know the reason why to eat only pasture raised eggs, ask me in the comments and I'll be sure to explain that later, why you want to eat only pasture raised eggs, things like that, right? And so you want to, if you eat meat, you want to go into, having a protein, pasture raised eggs. There again, it doesn't have to be eggs. You can have salmon, right? Again, get away from the labels of what we know of breakfast foods. You just want to get some type of protein and lean protein. Again, it can even be salmon, right? Because it's a healthy fat. So you're getting good fats in the morning. And then do, or if you're not a meat eater, do a big bowl of fruit, whatever fruit it is that you like. It doesn't matter, because with the fruit, you're getting all the minerals, vitamins, nutrients, things like that. And then you're getting all your fiber, right? And these fruits have a lot of water content. So the fruit might not hold you over very long, but again, it might. It just depends on your body. It just depends on your metabolism, things like that. You can have a piece of avocado even with the fruit, like on the side, even with the eggs. I absolutely suggest having a half of an avocado with that. I would say you could probably even get away with doing a whole avocado. I suggest just doing half to begin with and seeing, how your body responds to that, if it's too much fat, and also how much fat you're getting throughout the day. So if you know that's going to be your only fat, throughout the day, then you have a whole avocado. So meat eaters, again, or animal products, eggs, or any type of protein, and then the fat from the avocado. You can even add some fruit in with that. So some fruits there. You can do berries. Berries are always usually my go-to, because those are low glycemic, starting off your morning, things like that, right? But if you want to do a banana, do half a banana. I would only do like half a banana and not the whole thing. Usually with things like bananas, I suggest kind of do it, before a workout, after a workout, so you have the energy. But even that, I'm not even strict with that. I would say have a whole banana and see how your body is responding. Like I said, everything is trial and error to see how your body is responding to things. We're not getting so caught up into what society has conditioned us to believe, right? Now, what I will say is we have always heard about start your day with oatmeal, right? Oatmeal, it lowers your cholesterol, it does this, it does that, it does this, right? Good source of fiber and whole grain and this and that. Do not start your day with oatmeal. Unless, of course, you're intermittent fasting and you want, you're going to have that like the middle of the day, say at like 12 o'clock, 1 p.m. The reason for that is because if you have this oatmeal first thing in the morning, you're going to get a significant blood sugar spike. Okay, your glucose levels are going to spike and you start to get that crash in the middle of the day, right? So just think it's the same as sugar, right? Any sugar from candy or anything like that, your blood sugar goes whoop, and then eventually you crash, right? So forget everything that you've heard about oatmeal. I would say like if you do something in the morning like a carb, no, I wouldn't. Let me not even go there. If you're gonna do a starch, keep that for lunch, dinner, later on throughout the day, okay? Don't do it first thing in the morning. Again, you want to get away from that blood sugar spike. And if you're thinking about how fruit has sugar, and why am I telling you to eat sugar, right? Natural sugar instead of the oatmeal, which is still sugar because it's a starch, it's a carbohydrate, is because the sugar from fruit, it is natural and it goes through the body differently. So then you have, it's not a processed sugar, it's not a starch. It has the fiber to kind of even out, right, the sugar. So we all know things like, what was the big one where they had you, I'm trying to figure out that fad diet that they had. Maybe with keto they do it, where they figure out the net carbs of things, right? So they always figure in how much fiber something has. So say if, something has 12 grams of carbs, but it has 4 grams of fiber, then they subtract the 4 grams of the carbs, of the fiber from the total carbs, and that gives them their net carbs. It's some math like that from what I remember. So anyways, it's that's kind of how you want to look at it. Sorry, I'm getting like these notifications. So yes, I hope that I covered everything here, and I know that I said a lot of uhs and ums and anything like that. So your first breakfast, your first meal of the day, okay, if you're eating in the morning, before 12 o'clock, you want to have a big bowl of fruit. Green juice is always fantastic to start your day. So you can have like a big serving of green juice with a big bowl of fruit, right? And yes, even watermelon, you can have watermelon. Diabetics, yes, even diabetics, regardless of what you heard, you can have the fruit, okay? The main thing that they're talking about not having the fruit is the refined sugars, okay? Like I said, there's a lot of these things that are not truthful that they tell you. It's not factual, okay? I would say is everything that they are telling you to do on TV, do the opposite. Don't listen to that, right? And as bad as it sounds and as scary as it sounds, to not believe that, because then it's like, well, who do you trust, right? Your body. Try it and listen to how your body feels. That's, like I said at the beginning of this video, is everything is a trial and error type thing. You have to figure out for your body what works for your body, what works for giving you more energy, more clarity, things like that. I think that's everything that I want to say. I hope I covered everything. If not, if there are some things that still left unclear, then just ask questions, let me know. And again, I say, even with me, what I tell you is don't take everything that I say as factual. Research it for yourselves, right? Instead of watching the TV and getting caught up in these television shows and things like that, research and try it for yourself. Try your body. Because that's going to be our biggest teacher, right? As we always learn by experience. So yeah. All right, guys, this video went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but hopefully you'll still watch it in its entirety. And I've missed you guys. Thank you for watching. I will try to do better with my videos. All right. Have a great day. Mwah. Bye.